Have you ever engaged in a serious debate over which is better, Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings? Have you ever played Smash or Pass using only characters from Star Wars and Marvel movies? If you answered yes to any of these questions, we have the podcast for you. Listen to The Steam Gentleman, the podcast where an expert panel convenes to ask the questions about pop culture and social commentary that other podcasts are afraid to ask. Listen to The Steam Gentleman on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take a few seconds and talk about something I feel very passionate about, and that is Brian Ferguson's Bumps and Thumps podcast. Here available on YouTube and any other outlet where you can get your podcasts from. Brian Ferguson interviews several former AWA stars, Greg Gagne, Derek Dukes, and many, many others. Take a trip back in time to the AWA's glory days with Brian Ferguson on Bumps and Thumps. Welcome back, everybody, to the 1987 Supermod. I am Brad Drake, and this is the AWA Save version 2. That's right. If you're new to the channel, you've been watching our old stuff and you're a little bit confused, we rebooted the save for version 10.1. And here we are trooping on, doing the exact real deal touring schedule that the AWA did in 1987. We are in Nevada, everybody. We are in Lake Tahoe, Nevada, at the Community College Gym. This is real deal, a real event. Now, I had myself confused and was doing this as a Memorial Day event. It turns out I had it in the game all along. So I went ahead and got things straightened out here, and we are good to go. So here we are in Lake Tahoe. We're expecting 5,000 fans tonight. We will sell out the Lake Tahoe Community College. Remember, the AWA had quite the presence in Nevada, working in Las Vegas for all that time, and they were a force in Nevada. All right, let's take a look at absent workers. Uh-oh, we're losing Baron von Raschke. We wanted Baron von Raschke for tonight. We also wanted Sherry Martel for tonight. So we're going to have to make some adjustments on that one. Let's check out our backstage incidents. Colonel De Beers has got himself in some trouble again. He was smoking. That's not the end of the world. All right, Leon White and Brian Knobs has got some problems here, and we are going to fine Leon White. And we have Cactus Jack and Nick Bockwinkel. Cactus Jack made a mess. Nick Bockwinkel says, "Clean it up." And Mick Foley says, "Okay, I'll clean it up." And now he has to buy drinks for everybody, which would never happen, because Cactus Jack would not spend a cent more than what he had to spend. Let's go ahead and clean up our attempted roster for tonight. Sherry Martel is out, so we are going to replace Sherry Martel with Penny Mitchell. So we will have Penny Mitchell versus Medusa Michelli. All right. And we were going to have Rosen Summers versus Wahoo McDaniel and Baron von Raschke. And now that is not going to happen. So we are going to plug in. Why don't we plug in Jerry Blackwell and Greg Gagne? And why don't we put Buddy Wolf in there against Wahoo? All right, that'll do it. And remember, folks, as always, those matches listed with an asterisk, that means these matches did not actually take place due to a wrestler not being present, or the match was added to the card. In this case, the only match I could find for this card was the Russians versus the Midnight Rockers. Now, in real life, this was the point in which the Midnight Rockers had given notice, and they were moving on to the WWF. Now, obviously, this is post-Super Clash, whereas we have not had Super Clash yet. So the Midnight Rockers actually dropped the tag team title to the Russians at this card. Okay. We're going to see if we're going to do it. You're going to have to hang in there. We're going to go ahead and give this card a rundown, everybody. Penny Mitchell is going to face Medusa Michelli, the #1 contender to the World Women's title. Buddy Rose and Doug Summers will face Jerry Blackwell and Greg Gagne in a tag team match. Buddy Wolf is going to battle Wahoo McDaniel. Colonel De Beers will face Jimmy Snuka. Rip Oliver is going to meet Kurt Hennig in our semi-main event. And in our main event, everybody, we're going to have the Russians. That is Boris Zhukov and Soldat Ustinov against the Midnight Rockers. All right, everybody, with that said, let's get to booking. Here we go. Our opener, Mitchell and Michelli. And here is Penny Mitchell. I think this is a repeat of a match. No, we just had Penny Mitchell on the last show. Here's Penny Mitchell. Here is Medusa Michelli. I'm going to leave this one open-ended just for the heck of it. And now we're up next here with our big tag team match, which is going to be Rose and Summers against Blackwinkle. Blackwinkle. Jerry Blackwell and Greg Gagne. Blackwinkle. That's good stuff. All right, Rose and Summers versus Blackwell and Gagne. And we are going to have Rose and Summers get the win here. And that, of course, is going to come by cheating. So there we go. This one's in the books. Up next now, we have Wolf and McDaniel. Buddy Wolf is not what he used to be at this point. And frankly, either is Wahoo. Wahoo, of course, would wrestle another 5 years or so and still had that charisma. Buddy Wolf really didn't. All right. So we have a match with some serious age here, but unfortunately, that's what the AWA was at this point, and Wahoo McDaniel is going to get the win here over Buddy Wolf, the former AWA Midwest Heavyweight Champion. Colonel De Beers, Jimmy Snuka are up next. Here is De Beers. Here is Snuka. These two had a feud in real life. Here's Colonel De Beers. Here's Jimmy Snuka. Both these men are also in their 40s at this point, but both could still go. I mean, Snuka wasn't what he was 10 years earlier, but Snuka still had it, and so did De Beers. We'll leave this one open-ended. I have a feeling that Jimmy Snuka will come out on top. All right, Rip Oliver, the crippler from the Northwest, made a real name for himself in Portland. He is going to tie it on here with Kurt Hennig, who also made a name for himself in Portland. So here's Rip Oliver. Here is Kurt Hennig, the #1 contender to the World Heavyweight title. And Kurt Hennig is going to get the win here, everybody. This one's booked, and here comes our main event here, which is the Russians against the Midnight Rockers. They're going to go 25. And we can plug and play here with our tag teams. Here are the Russians. Here are the Midnight Rockers. The Midnight Rockers are the World Tag Team Champions. It's going to hurt our score here with Marty being injured. Hopefully we don't lose any. Hopefully we don't lose any popularity in the Southwest region. So we're going to have Shawn Michaels get the win here. Sorry, folks. We are not going to have the Midnight Rockers drop the title to the Russians. Not at this point. So Shawn Michaels will get the win. No reason to go epic because none of these 4 men at this point have the psychology for it. And we are going to book the segment out. We're at 107 minutes, our usual time. Let's go ahead and let's see how we do here, everybody. All right, Medusa Michelli gets the win over Penny Mitchell with that German suplex. They get a big 29 score. And penalties for stamina, inconsistency, and experience. Medusa Michelli is very young here. All right, hey, we got a decent score on this one as we have Rose and Summers against Blackwell and Gagne. And Buddy Rose gets the win over Jerry Blackwell by cheating. 66 overall on this one. And what do we have? Inconsistency, selling, inconsistency. Fair enough. All right, Wolf and McDaniel do better than I thought they would. And they get a 54 combined on this one. And we have declining physical ability on both these men. Some inconsistency on Buddy Wolf. Pretty much what we expected here. All right, Colonel De Beers and Jimmy Snuka. Jimmy Snuka gets the win with the Superfly Splash. And we earn a 70 on this one. Good stuff. De Beers is hit with inconsistency. Everything else is pretty much cool. Lots of bonus here for Snuka. Good stuff. All right, Oliver and Hennig get a combined 66. Hennig wins with that Hennigplex, 69 and a 60. Fair enough. We get some green. Good stuff. Hennig's probably not over as well in the Southwest region. That's probably why his score was so much lower. All right, up next here. Ooh, the Russians, the Midnight Rockers, only get a 52 here. And we could be in some trouble, everybody, on the score on this one. They do win with the Rocker Shocker. Lots of green here. What else do we have? We have some penalties here for inexperience. Working injured. Yeah. Let's hope we don't take a hit here. And we don't take a hit, but we don't get a gain either. But we do get a nice 4,100 crowd here. So this show definitely made some money. So we're going to make a speech here. I'm going to point out, who am I going to point out here? We're going to point out Curt Hennig. I thought he did a nice job. And frankly, we're going to point out Buddy Rose and Doug Summers too. They also did a nice job. So here we go. Good performance. Great performance. We're going to make that speech. Curt Hennig is happy with our speech. Thanks, Curt. Buddy Rose is pleased and Doug Summers is pleased. All right, this one's going to wrap it up and take us back to the main screen. And we are going to prep ourselves for the next tour date, which I don't think comes for 1 full week. But I could be wrong. Either way, it doesn't really matter at this point. All right, let's head back to the main screen here as she loads. And there it goes. It is definitely, without a doubt, loading. And there it is. It has loaded. That was a little strange what took place there. All right, here we go. Marty Genadi does not like Medusa Michelli. I am not shocked. The Sheep Herders have won the International Tag Team title. And I can't say I blame them. Lex Luger is out of the Horsemen. Wow, that came prematurely. Tojo Yamamoto is going to retire. Totally and completely understandable. What else do we got going on here? We got the WWF Live Event Tour. Hulk Hogan over Nikolai Volkov gets a 95. Good stuff. The Hearts over the Bulldogs. And again, a smaller crowd, Madison Square Garden. It's got to be because of that lesser setting so it doesn't use pay-per-view. I'm sure of it, everybody. All right. Crockett runs in the Cumberland County Coliseum. Sellout, 8,500. Rude and Fernandez over the Garvins in a cage in the main event. This is a good card. Koloff over Bill Dundee. Tully Blanchard over Johnny Weaver. Anderson over Horner. Good stuff. Good card here, everybody. Let's see what else. Anything else catches our eye? Here is Memphis. Austin Idol over Tommy Rich. Steve Kern over Jerry Lawler. Good deal. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for us for this one, except we're going to take a look at Florida here. Flair over Robert Gibson. This was when Florida Dusty Rhodes' book in Florida after Jim Crockett Jr. bought it, and he was hot-shotting and sending all the big names down there and attempting to hot-shot it. That lasted for about a month or two, and then Crockett decided, nah, we're just going to run it as a regular promotion. Then he folded it up in December of '87. All right, so for real this time, everybody, that's going to do it for us. For those of you looking for us on social media, we can be found at facebook.com/groups/1987supermod. We can also be found on Reddit under the subreddit of TEW 2020 Friends. And don't forget, everybody, we are also on Discord under 1987 Supermod. If you're new to the channel, don't be shy. Hit that subscribe button. Drop us a message below. Let us know how you found the channel and what you think of us so far. And don't forget, everybody, if you want version 10.1 of the Supermod, you can head on over to patreon.com/PowerCastNetwork. That is where the mod is available, along with all of our spreadsheets, along with all of our shows early and YouTube ad-free, not to mention a lot of extra stuff that you can't find anywhere. Check it out today, everybody. Patreon.com/PowerCastNetwork. It's only $5. If you don't want to find the mod there, you can always find version 9 on BradDrake.net. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time.